It's been a month of grinding, and Kacky is finally concluded, guys. We have a champion, Link Max, with 74, Hugo 73, Sano 73 as well, and Samifying 73. A triple tie in the finishes. The race for winning Kacky came down to only a few maps. It was mainly 398, 426, 384, and 431. Likely the hardest map in the event. So this is 431. Yeah, 9 hours grinding stats. And keep in mind, 50 hours for the mapper. This track is really hard because you have to do a nose bug in a specific angle that gets this hop with the back of the car. Another nose bug in a specific one that doesn't jump up but keeps you grounded. And then slamming the wall and backflipping to this ledge. And from here, you keep your nerves under control. You can just drive to the finish. Mapper also had this, but backwards. But yeah, these two nose bugs chained are exceptionally rare. Like the first nose bug, it can send you every which way, but you need the back of the car to be pitched enough that it bumps. And then here, this nose bug can end up in any which way also, but if you keep grip, you can barely get under that block. And then exact angle to backflip to this ledge. Crazy, crazy map. I'm gonna show you guys a clip here from Sano. After 11 hours of grinding stats. Same start. That's the first nose bug bunny hop. And then gets to the nose bug flat. Way more speed, way faster than the finish clip. Gets the backflip very fast. Tries to release. Hits the sign, but still slides down to the rail. But doesn't stay on. This map's the hardest one in the event. If you land on this rail, you win. The car barely slides off, bro. It's so insane. And like, he is very fast here and you actually want the speed. And he does control this correctly because you want to hit with the back wheels first so that the front of the car dips below this caution sign. Like, he's playing it all correctly, but he gets a very big bounce here. And doesn't stay on the rail. Sano would later put in another 8 or so hours of server time on this map. This was the closest he got. He did not get this map. This was one of the 2 maps Sano was missing. 398. 2 weeks ago, this map only had 1 finisher. Link has 11 minutes of playtime here. He has seen the strategy in a clip and he's trying the map. Like his second proper session on it. So you spin in the grass here and then you hold drift buttons, and when you hit the wall, if you hit it at the right angle and time, and on one of these lines, it's good, you can get a Uber bug in this position. So he's spinning, he holds drift buttons, hits that spot, gets a Uber bug, flips out of the loop, and it goes barely straight to the finish. After 11 minutes playtime. Sano was, you know, leading for most of the event, but this was one map that he was working a lot at. So let me see if I can find some clips of this. Here we are on board with Sano after 14 hours, 34 minutes on this map. Does the spin on the start. The next line gets the Uber bug. Flips out. Good aim, it would seem. There's a lot of finishes, a lot of places to land. But if you look more closely, it's actually a complete tragedy, because when he jumps out, if you draw a straight line from his car, there's just nothing to land on. He flipped at just the wrong angle to not be able to release and land on the pool, not this finish below, not the one to the side, not the boosters on the right. He tries for this, which is his best bet, but he's barely off that too. It's so crazy that it's just wrong. That's one of the attempts. This one was also after 14 hours, but it's a different clip. Car stuck in the grass. Spin. Uber bug. Control sit, jumps a little too high. And these attempts are so rare, guys. Like, you can get one like that and then sit for another 4 hours and not have an attempt that even looks anything like this. Wait, what? Did he have all of these in like a short span of time? Because this is another one. Oh, Lord. Oh, he gets a chance at the redeem. The water pool is right there. He keeps full speeding for the top finish, but now realizes maybe he's gone too far. Bounces off the finish. I hadn't seen this one. And then this, guys, was basically on the last day. 17 hours in. 7,900 resets on the server. Gets another Uber bug into the loop. Tries to aim it. Onto the booster release. But it turtles. He over-released. If he had released a little bit later, he could have landed cleanly on the booster, and even if he falls down, there's a chance he gets the ramp below, but you know, booster likely to push him forward again, and from there you can save it. Tragic. Complete tragedy. On 398, and keep in mind, Link had this after 11 minutes. What I want to do, guys, is show you not just the winners, because we've gone through that now. Buckley has made us a short list of maps that he recommended us to take a look at. So here we have the records on map 382, and there's a 21.8. Guy with 0.4 faster. Let's see how. Oh wait, also Signal has like a completely different bounce sequence. Whoa, that was a lot of speed though. Just press forward ending. That worked. This guy's also, I think, one of the people that got the upside down on 390. Like, I recognize the name. Let's see. Guys, this was one of the final ones I finished, and it was a lot of despair. I had only 2 hours here, but it was enough for me to be very tired of this map. This is the normal way. You bounce on the side of the pipe and then drive until the engine off runs out. And you try to be just fast enough to make it to the finish. See if we can find the people who got the cheese. Sano had it. This is Sano's ghost. So Sano jumps, bounces on the side, gets a spin and lands upside down. And then glides upside down. Wicked. I think this other guy, this Bulgarian player also had it. Let's see. Yeah, this is him. Did he have it? Yeah, this is straight up crazy, no? He had 2 of these records in Kacky. And look at this landing. This makes no sense to me. The pipe is tiny. He lands with the nose of the car, like it should just fall, right? But somehow he keeps grip that way. I don't know. That is so crazy to me. We have also been told to take a look at 386 world record. 9060, wow, 16.5. Did he Uber bug? No way, right? Okay. Yeah, and then you had to get... Okay, it's just really fast. Wait, yeah, all intended. Dude, how? It's by a 1 second gap too. Like he got every bug slide really good, kept really good speed. Look, he's just zooming ahead on every trick. He's fast. What the hell? Like this is a really clean run from Jordan, but yeah. He hunted it so much. I can't believe that. Seeing that record, that's crazy. What else? What else? 391. This is one of the maps I could not beat. Only 5? No, there's gotta be more. 13 players finished this. 13. Reactor, backward zoop, water hop, reactor forwards, and then hop. Backwards hop so that you get backward zoop, forward zoop, backward zoop across the red boosts, and into the finish. This map took the mapper like 17 hours, but players like Sano got it within 45 minutes, so maybe not as hard as one would think, but still really, really hard. I could not finish this. I frankly did not try. It says I have 1 second and 24 hundredths on the map, so maybe I should have given this one a chance, but I did not. 392, I got very lucky on this. 15 seconds. Wow, okay. I remember getting lucky on this, but 15 seconds is mental. Like, what? Are we playing the same map at that point? Bug slide, yes. Perfect spin, clean so far. How does he get to the finish from here in 3 seconds? Oh, just a low bounce. Never seen anyone get to the lowest layer that cleanly. Like, most people bump straight up, but he got, like, just a very clean finish. 393? Oh, 1535. Everyone finished the map in the same way, to my knowledge, except for Sano, who got an abnormally lucky run here. Admin check him PC. Backwards on the rail, all intended so far. But then here, you're supposed to aim for this rail and go from there to either finish. Sano misses the rail entirely. Bounces on this and somehow...
What?
somehow flies directly into the finish. You're not supposed to bounce on this block. It's just supposed to completely kill your momentum. I've never seen a bounce like this. It just doesn't seem normal.
What?
But that is an alternative method, a cheese if you will. Zitos though, 15.3. Oh, because he did... Wow. Might not even have been on purpose, guys, but he hits the back wheel only. And then air brakes, and this is way faster than the hook that everyone else did. And then aims on the rail, holds, and wow. It's a crazy run. Let's take a look at Halfest. He probably did the wheel hook. Yeah, you can see the difference here. Massive speed gains for Zitos. Behind Glusniffa, I know. I know, my run was rather lucky on this. I had lower speed in the start. And then also on the rail, by a miracle I made it. Like same thing, and then top corner, and barely got to the finish. Cool stuff, cool stuff. 394. I've been told to look at specifically 4th place only. So I will. Zygon in 4th place. Okay. Fast run. What? Bro, nah. That's crazy. He did lose to Gyat Radar. But this is wild. How did that work? 376 last place is fun to look at. Wait, yeah, how could you get last place on 376? You do need a lot of speed to make it to the finish, so it feels like there's a limit to how slow you can be. This is last place. Nanobot 3000 with the worst run on this map. You always have to wait for the thing to bump you up. So there's a limit to how you just can't wait on the start. Wait, he gets stuck here. But he's still gonna have the same cycle. Wait. What? He fell into the finish hitbox from above. On another side than the one he went to. But yeah, like he must also have bugged in. Wow, that's crazy. 398. I gotta give you guys a little explainer for this one. So this map, it wasn't sold for a lot of days, and the guy who solved it is Vocious. And he had a lot of fails. Like already very early into the event, he had 12 hours on this map, grinding stats. 12 hours
Either
played.
20-minute sessions with shorter intervals, or
This
like,
was
it doesn't matter.
2 weeks ago.
It really just doesn't matter.
So this is one of his attempts.
It just doesn't matter.
Same map as earlier. Boom. But sideways. 12 hours. He finally finished, and he wasn't the first finisher, but he finished after 13 hours. This is his first finish. And the reason I say first is because this madman, after successfully beating the map with this jump here, didn't feel happy, didn't feel satisfied with that. So he lands and then jumps to the finish. and then decides to go again. This was a 29-second run, and then he kept grinding it. And I think he played it throughout the event for about 25 to 30 hours. He's finished it several times. This was his best run. So look at this run. It's the same stuff, but a very fast spin to the wall, then gets the Uber, and then flips out late, because late means low, and then look at this jump. Like, this is a gorgeous replay. I mean, what? Aiming from here. It's the closest finish, essentially, because the other one you can't jump as low to. That's insane. 401 I've been told to check the world record on. I'm third. Yo, I cooked on this map. So we have a good point of reference here, guys. This is what a really good normal record looks like. You bug slide into the wall, bug slide to the right, backwards on the wood, backwards flick into another bug slide, land on the wood backwards, drive up to the finish. But then what Smithy got is that he did everything in the start the same. A little bit slower even. But then here he had a mishap. He crashed the wall a lot, then bug slides on the edge of a block and gets a jump forwards. So he can keep more speed and take a straighter line to the finish. 0.2 faster. With this little accident. 402 as well. Did I keep a world record here? Rank 1 out of 166? Yeah, okay. Kept my world record throughout Kacky, and this one was crazy. And this happened like 3 minutes after beating another luck map. I saw Spamary had a different line. I have no idea how I kept all the speed. But this was a wild replay. And Spamary, what did he do? He kept so much speed on the first. And then, wow, a lot of speed, but bro, I'm so gone. He had a much faster end bounce, but still, 0.2 faster. 407 had a shortcut, but this one, guys, ended up being slower than normal way. And to the mapper's great despair, only the mapper himself beat this map normal way. No one but Bald Greg played Bald Greg's map intended way. Intended way is to carry speed here and now do a 360 on the ice, jump up, ice slide across into the plastic, and then land on the rail, and then booster up to the finish. No one, all 68 other finishers did this. Everyone else just stops here. We stop here, set up by an exact line, jump up, and then we get acceleration boost. This is a bit of a weird trick, but basically, you rev the engine fully by hitting the wall, then you get a ton of acceleration, and with ice and plastic you now get a very fast ice slide. So this back hit is necessary, and then you get this full speed ice slide, and with a plastic bounce across, you can then finish. You can't call it a shortcut if it isn't faster. It's a shortcut in difficulty. But you're right, perhaps not a shortcut in terms of pace. Also here, guys, we had a few legends that did normal way. This one also got cheesed. This is the intended way you're seeing right here. You have to flip, clip the back wheel, stay on, and then have the nose of the car hook you down to the road below. The cheese, when perfected, I think done by Sano here, is 24 seconds, only a 5 second slower run, where you turtle, oh, they turtle like this, and then acceleration boost over here. Yeah, and then drop down across the blocks, and jump to finish. Map 420, which I don't know if a lot of people know this. If you looked at this map from above, the mappers did a pretty good job. If you zoom out a bit, you got 420 with the route that you're driving, actually. Anyway, there is a shortcut on this map by Supreme Oreo. So let's take a look. You're driving upside down on plastic plus wood, turn around. The steering's a bit awkward, but you get through. And I'm struggling to imagine where a shortcut could be on this map. He's just very fast for now. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, so if you're very fast, you can jump out here and get this finish. I was wondering why that was placed there, but now I understand. That's insane. So this map also had a cheese. I did not get to do it, but this map got a lot of finishers in the last couple of days with the cheese. The intended way is rather understandable. You have a bumper into wet tires. I need the bumper to put you like this so that you can spin on the back wheel, bug slide, and then have the car straighten out. This is pure luck. Straighten out before the loop so I can drive and jump up. And so this is what a normal finish might look like. The cheese that was found, and I'm probably gonna have to go to like last place to show this. So what you have to do is slow down the car and stop before the bumper block in this little gap. And then you have to drive very slowly to the left and hit the bumper and try to just get pushed onto a ledge that's next to the bumper here. Stop without touching the bumper. Now you're gonna have to precariously turn the car around, so you spend some time doing that. Finally got the car turned around, and then you drift into the wall on your left to set up the car in this hole. And the whole point is to hook the right back tire onto the bumper block itself without touching the bumper. Now the car is kind of stuck. You then steer to the right into the corner. When the car hits the corner, you look at your timer and you wait 5.5 seconds. The reason is that the longer you wait, the more the car will sort of shift its position. So we're gonna see him go at about 55.5. He stops steering right, so now he's gonna wait 5.5 seconds. Yeah. And then he gets hooked there and he keeps all the speed. And you jump up to the finisher. Isn't that crazy? Oh my lord, what a stressful finish. If you make someone frustrated enough, they will try to find something like this on your map. 448. I have the worst time here, and the reason is that I am the only player to do the cheese on this map. As it turns out, that cheese is likely harder than the intended way, so let's go with the intended way first. Intended way has you do a Spider-Man, only the front wheels have grip on the wall here. And then you need to keep only 2 wheels on the block. If it's ever 4 wheels, then you don't have grip. That's the mechanic at play. So let's watch it. So Spider-Man, only 2 wheels. Hit the no grip, then you can have 4 wheels. Turn around. And then somehow maneuver grip. And then 2 wheels, 2 wheels, 2 wheels. Turn around the car again. And then onto the wood, onto the dirt, and then finish. I am 10 seconds slower, and I spent 4 hours doing this. 4 hours and 8 minutes, which felt like an eternity. I drop onto the scenery. Stop the car here. And then I drive with 2 wheels hanging off and fully accelerating with the right 2 tires. And I stop from this point, and now I go full speed. And it's very hard to dodge an invisible block over here. And then perfectly time the turn. And get the right drop down angle to bounce on a piece of plastic here into the finish. I was the first finisher with this. And at the time, it was projected that this map was much harder than what it might have been. Because the mapper had 50 hours of, you know, testing plus validation on this. But then after I finished the mapper finished within 10 minutes on the server and showed everyone the intended way, and then it was just like, oh, okay, what did I do all this for? Maybe it was harder. 449 is also really cool. Yeah, this map, you just drive for 7 seconds and then hit a rock. And then hope to get an exact spin underwater with reactor that takes you to the finish. Most of the time, this doesn't happen, and even when it doesn't take you to the finish. What Mikmos got is that he hit the rock, hit the pillar, and then got a super spin into the finish. And it doesn't look that rare. I know it's like hard to understand when you just see a clip of it working, right? But he spent 13 hours hitting this rock with nothing happening. He hadn't finished the map for 13 hours. And then in-game chat is his reaction when he finally gets the finish here. It's really crazy. There's 13 hours of nothing, right? And then he starts typing lol, but then he gets so excited that that doesn't suffice. Lol just doesn't suffice, so he adds a bunch of stuff afterwards. And there's also another finish here, which is really interesting, which was the first guy to get it did it completely wrong. Only has 16 minutes on the map, and probably didn't fully know what he was trying, but this happened. He hit the rock, spun over here, crashed another piece of scenery, then spammed left, right all the time, and then fell into the finish. A lot of us had forgotten this run because the mapper shared his strat shortly after, but like, what is this? Well, like, yeah, as if. Like, that is crazy. And the last map that I want to show you guys, if I haven't missed anything, is 450. So you should know that this record by Sick was driven off server. The fastest record on server is by Gray298. But let's first see some of the top records here. Luca's sniper trick. Drifting into the wall, and then, you know, they bounce across the entire beautiful scenery that Samifying made here. And then they land on the other side, and then from here, you drive up to the next layer. You're quick to set up the next trick, which is this one. You try to fly over to... Well, he actually misses, but he lands on the icy area. But from here you can jump back up to the main platform. So it goes for about the same. And then you have the ending trick. He's very fast with all these things. And then hits the plastic, and it's actually a direct finish. Crazy run here by Luca. Gray beat this by 5 seconds with a completely different strat, and I want to show you guys. It's really beautiful. This is really beautiful. I've seen this one. On server as well, by the way, so you only have like 10 minutes of playtime before it skips, right? Yeets, crashes the light, flies towards the reactor ring, air brakes, and starts flying. And from here, he's able to fly directly to the last island in 25 seconds. He's up at the last thing in 25 seconds. He skipped all the way out to the outside and doing the second yeet. So now he's kind of stressed, right? He goes into the thing, drifts, it looks good. He's flying directly to the platform, 45 seconds. But here, maybe a bit of stress, maybe a bit something else. He turtles. Oh lord, the stress is real, he turtles. Okay, he finds a water pool. Turns around. Goes up the reactor, goes very slowly though, does not want to mess this up. And it's a 108. Are there any clips we missed? Any like insane finishes? Sono on 380? Oh, you're right, you're right. This map is the most finished one in Kacky, and still you're seeing some big gaps. That is because of a few things. Let's first take a look at the closest records, right? There's a bit of a choke point here in that you need to get the car to quickly flip up and get the boost immediately. And then you have to wait for the car to, you know, hang glide across, and then bump up, and then you have to turtle down to the wall, and then there's another bottleneck in getting pushed quickly through the wall. So Buddy here got stuck for a bit, whereas Defiant was a bit behind into the last part, but then got it like an instant push through. Just boom, instant finish, right? Sono's run here is completely nuts. So in the start, he goes so fast down to the thing that he gets a very quick turnaround, then bumps through directly, lands turtle, goes down to the wall, and gets a quick push through. Like, this record is completely nuts. If you talk about like the hardest records this Kacky to beat, this might be one of them, because what is this? It just has everything, that run. It's, you know, 2 seconds faster than anyone else. But guys, those are some Kacky highlights. I hope I haven't missed anything. The final leaderboard, I'll show you guys once more. Link Max wins with 74. Hugo, Sono, and Sammy all have 73 maps. I am all the way down in 18th with 62 Kacky finishes. We will see if we can grind harder next Kacky, but I had a lot of fun. So, with all that, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
We back, we playing some Khaki. Grind time, no time for slacking. This trick dirt flick is nasty. Wet wheels, no grip, it's plastic. No brake, full speed, just gassing. How the hell I don't know, it's magic.